the ability to pick up on habits, and Coach Steve also has all those fundamentals.
All right, and the patience, here we go, leaps in, and Coach Steve doesn't get the confirm, but instead slams Poison Ivy through the ground as we hear in front of the Gotham City streets. I almost called him Gorambe. Beautiful.
Gorambe. I think that's fine. I think everyone at home's going to like that.
All right, well, she kisses a gorilla. Poison Ivy showing her range knows no bounds. And Pukey is out.
Pukey is gone.
Let's go. Beats the plants out of her in a chest bump.
Oh, and a great delay wake up by Dragon.
Yeah, to avoid that secret sweep from Grodd. Coach Steve with the primal leap in, going for the throw, and a lot of patience from both guys in air to air.
Oh, Steve trying to look for that big boot to connect, but Dragon not moving in, not moving an inch.
All right, jumps over, and a nice walk under from Dragon to avoid the cross up. Trading pokes. Coach Steve with the boot, trying to stay patient in a little karate sense, you know, little push, learn some martial arts flavor from Poison Ivy.
I think one of Grodd's greatest assets is that down one range. Oh, you don't want to flip out when you're in the corner, and not when you're that early into the combo.
Yeah, and that 4-3 was active enough to catch Grodd on his landing from the air escape, gets the stampede. The meter burn back 3, and a big find to the face of the leader of the society. Grodd forced back at full screen. And even though we haven't seen much of a combo from Coach Steve, oh, the trade is active.
Trade is active. Telekinesis powers are available.
Yeah, that intellect trying to jump his way through Pukey, but he has to hold this. Sends him for the low launcher. Walking in, uses the air dash and a big flash. Gonna get the combo continuation. Spins the bar. Big boot. Gorilla City stomp. Let's go. Into the restand. Let's go. Coach Steve, where are we going? The overhead, but Dragon with the great reactions. And
another
great
reaction.
Coach Steve using all of the resources to fight back. Pokes shouldn't be enough for Chip, and there it is. The mayor of Gorilla City fighting his way back.
Oh, and stomping on skulls, intimidating Poison Ivy, but Poison Ivy does not care. Jumps in. Dragon ending it with the kiss.
The secondary kiss. Dragon showing a little bit of appreciation for that Coach Steve combo. Here's some props. I'll kiss you, but I'll also damage you. Pukey is out and active. Coach Steve has to deal with this pressure so much. You have to hold. And runs through, spins the bar.
Full screen charge.
And we've seen what happened when Gorilla Grodd gets one hit. I'm so hyped that I can't even pronounce his name. You know, we've gone to Gorilla City twice. Grodd hasn't been there for the exhibition and the circuit to defend it, but instead he's in the Gotham City streets fighting Poison Ivy. And Dragon using that fantastic spacing. In control right now. Doesn't have the bar, but chip damage should be enough to get the job done very soon.
Yeah, no, Gorilla Grodd has absolutely nothing left on a pixel. Dragon cleans it up, takes the first match. He goes up 1-0 over Coach Steve, and Coach Steve is no slouch. He's not going to take this laying down. He's going to adapt. He's going to try to figure out what's going on. And it was a very close match. He didn't force Dragon to use his clash, but he did get something on the board. He did get rid of his first bar. And right now, Coach Steve not doing a good job of adapting. He has to just deal with Pukey. He has to just hold down, take all this chip damage, and pick his battles. Go in very slowly and patiently.
All right, and Dragon doing his best job to keep out, but makes a mistake, jumps in, and the big stomp into the boot, the clothesline, big 4-3, keeps him in the corner, does not elect to go for the transition. And Poison Ivy, that back two, such a great tool. Better, you know, one of her advancing mids that allows her to play a footsie game. And Pukey getting the job done. All of that chip damage. Poison Ivy building so much meter in that sequence.
Really barely whiffed the throw.
All right, big boot. Coach Steve trying to kick his way in.
Great reactions by Coach Steve. He saw Poison Ivy flinch, going for the full screen options, and he just was ready to just pounce in.
All right, rushes in. Oh, and whips the jump. The back two on that big boot, and Dragon making all the right decisions. You know, Coach Steve, once he gets going, he's able to keep that momentum up, but Dragon able to fight it and not let Coach Steve steamroll. But right now, big boy damage, fighting back, the stomp into the boot, goes into the clothesline, stampede afterwards.
Dragon doing a great job of blocking every mix-up after those loops. And Coach Steve leaves him in a standing position and goes either higher or overhead, lower
All right,
overhead.
And the pokes from Coach Steve trying to not let Dragon take too much of his life as he goes for this last hit. Oh, Pukey is out, uses the armor to fight through, doesn't do enough, Chip.
He's got to hold this. He tried it, it didn't work, now he's just got to hold it and hang on. Let Dragon get away with it.
The bark skin won't be enough. Coach Steve looking for that secret sweep.
He's taking no chip damage because of the bark skin.
Oh, it's so smart. And instead, yeah, Coach Steve finally decides to come off of the meter. going for that meter burn stampede.
And it looked like he caught Dragon backdashing, trying to avoid it, trying to avoid anything, just holding on to that magic pixel. And Pukey is out again.
He is.
Coach Steve trying to get the hit to make the trait go away, and he does successfully. And he's got Poison Ivy in the corner, backs up a little bit, and goes for the sweep.
Yeah, the secret sweep, and he's going to have to work with no meter. The secret sweep, again, a lot of mileage, outranging Poison Ivy's back too.
He goes for the jump in, but doesn't hit him. Gets the throw.
And it's Coach Steve getting his damage the traditional way. Throws and single hits. Not much in the area of combos right now as he doesn't have the meter to extend anything.
And the meter run back three does not connect. It was only a down one. Oh, and a great punish by Dragon, recognizing it, walking forward, and whiff punishing him as he lands on the ground.
All right, now big situation here. Dragon has the meter advantage, elects to spin both bars to add 15% of damage, gets Pukey out immediately. Coach Steve tries to poke the secret sweep, way out of range this time. All of this chip, all of this meter build. Coach Steve on his last legs is going to have a desperation moment, leaps in, preemptive jump.
And Dragon is forced to use the clash. He didn't have any meter quite yet. If he waited for one more hit, he might have earned it, but I think he was fine. And Coach Steve elects not to use it.
All right, traits up, looking for that damage, and wow, what a bait. Coach Steve out of meter now.
I think Coach Steve did want him on the ground for that.
Oh, he gets the jump in. Dragon has no clash. Into the corner. What's it going to be? The poke. Trading pokes. 3 seconds to go. The time is running out. And Dragon takes the victory. Coach Steve, I don't think he was aware of the timer. He needed something, and he needed it fast. But Dragon instead goes for the poke.
Secret sweep.
Secure game one. Yes.
And Coach Steve does activate his trait. His telekinesis powers are at his disposal. He can use them, but Dragon gets it going.
Yeah, that fourth combo. So much range. All right, jumps out, lunges. Pukey is alive. And the Nightshade getting the job done. No continuation on the combo, but instead going for the chip damage. Dragon building all the meter he can. Coach Steve jumps in, going for the oppression session. Slams 3 times into the corner. Oh, and a nice little toe kick. Gorilla Grodd not ready, but instead uses the air escape, spins 2 meters to avoid certain punishment, and now has the combo going. Take a trip to Gorilla City, the mayor with the stumps.
That was a really good air escape by Coach Steve. He realizes that in this match, he's actually going to build a lot more meter than Poison Ivy.
Ooh, a great whiff punish. Nice cancel on that stampede. Coach Steve mixing it up. Talk about footsies, talk about spacing. Dragon having some of the best, but still mixed up, and the beat down catches the escape.
Gorilla Grodd feeling himself, pounding on the chest, stomping on the skull. Coach Steve doing a great job of adapting.
Dragon fighting it back. Nightshade is active. Coach Steve has to hold all of this. Takes the throw in the middle of all this block pressure. Oh, and Dragon going for the wake up. That is one of Poison Ivy's weaknesses. He has a wake up command grab, which you can simply duck on wake up. Nothing else. So once you knock her down, it's time to go to town, but you need to have such a great defensive presence. And Dragon clearly not giving Coach Steve much chance to bully him on Oki. Such great strength, such great poise, and Dragon simply taking his time, keeping Coach Steve at bay.
Coach Steve utilizing that down one, looking for the secret sweep there. And Coach Steve's in a really good spot right now, despite getting this great air escape. But Dragon was ready and reacted with a throw.
Fantastic avoidance from Dragon. Simply walking back and just activates Nightshade raw in this situation, knowing Coach Steve wouldn't have the time to close the space. And that's a lot of chip, a lot of meter build.
It's a lot of chip, but once Pukey's out and your feet are off the ground, there's really not much you can do about it.
Dragon keeping it simple. And again, the avoidance on the crossover jump. He's done his homework and not letting Coach Steve have his way with any gimmick jump overs. And both players spin 2 bars. Coach Steve doesn't want to lose any more health than he has to. Trade is activated. Air dash is in. Air dash is back.
He needs to get back in there. He needs to get something going. And Pukey's back out. He goes for it.
The cross up, throw into the corner. Dragon has no clash and no wake up. Throw again. Could this be the start of a comeback? Shimmy. And the meter burn back 3, armors through, catches the air escape into the conversion, and Young Dragon, a 3-0 victory, advances to the winners top 48. Coach Steve is also going to